World reporter Gared Hassel comes to us from the Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World. Gared, what's going on?
Oh, hi. Hey there, folks. Out here in the deep jungle, risking my life once again for this show. Thank you once again for the invite to come into the studio. I'm here in Magic Kingdom in front of the world famous Jungle Cruise because just 2 days ago, the Jungle Cruise decided to take on a new adaptation of it, and it is now the Titanic version, where
Titanic overlay.
One of the boats started taking on water a few days ago, and luckily no one is hurt or harmed. It just took on a little bit of water, and as you can see, some people got a little bit more of a show than they were used to.
Mm-hmm.
But, overall, yeah, never let go, Jack. But everyone's safe, and it is up and running. There's currently a 60-minute wait, so I don't think anyone's really worried. Or perhaps people are like, I want that experience. Can we have that happen again?
It is pretty special. I know that.
Yeah.
Very unique, probably once in a lifetime.
If I was on there, I would be saying, I want Rise of the Resistance right now.
It's a new take on a water ride, that's for sure.
Yeah, Disney's official
Absolutely.
statement for this was that, just as you had said, Gared, yes, a boat took on some water. If we look at those images again, that's a little more than just taking on some water. This is definitely Disney PR trying to spin this in a way that doesn't sound so crazy. But, you know, traditionally, things are blown out of proportion within mouse media, and I know that Disney will often correct those stories, but when you have the visuals, and I've watched the videos as well, you notice that it's not just taking on water. I mean, these people are within a few inches of being in that water.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing is
Their
sinking.
feet at least.
Yeah. Absolutely. Everybody's clinging on to the sides of the boat itself, and eventually they were evacuated, but it looks like that took quite a while. What an adventure. Oh, my goodness.
Do you think everyone got like new pairs of shoes and everything from that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure they were really well compensated.
Yeah.
Right? Here's some Disney merchandise.
I really hope the skipper just punned the whole time as it happened. That's like just material ready for the taking.
And maybe it will work its way into jokes moving forward for the world famous Jungle Cruise, but knowing Disney, they'll probably sweep that right under the rug and keep going and act like nothing ever happened because everyone's safe, right?
Or maybe it's like a promotional stunt for their new movie.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Who knows?
Featuring The Rock. That's right. Yeah, little did we know.
I mean,
Gared.
he takes everything. He'll be on the next skipper for the next Jungle Cruise.
Listen, I hope that happens on a Saturday. 'Cause
Me too.
I'm not I know there was the whole like Jack Sparrow thing that happened, but I'm like, you put The Rock on the Jungle Cruise, I'm there. Like,
Oh, yeah.
he's everything.
People be freaking out, losing their minds. Gared, what else we got going on?
Before I do that, I personally would like to submit a new joke for the ride. You know how they get off of them, they say, oh, if you had fun, my name is Skipper Randy. If you didn't have fun, my name is Jack, or whatever. The new line is going to be, if you had fun, this is in the world famous Jungle Cruise. If you didn't have fun, this is in 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Nicely done.
But a lot of news actually going on this week here at Magic Kingdom. Over in Tomorrowland, they are still renovating it and transforming it back into a sort of retro 70s-esque look, like when the park opened. Rather than having the big, bulky metal pieces that they've had, they're slimming it down, making it look more aesthetically pleasing, and making it white. It's going to match the entranceway, so when you enter, you see the Tomorrowland sign, but it's not that big ball of whatever the heck it was. It's now just a simple white band that has lights that move on the inside, simple block letters that say Tomorrowland on there. And I think it looks very aesthetically pleasing. It looks timeless, and it will tie into the Tron coaster that is on everyone's mind. They put up a lot of walls, but yeah, Tomorrowland still being transformed. It's not going to be done overnight. It's going to take a while, but I love seeing it going to a more simple, timeless look rather than trying to make it this thing that only works for 10 years and then looks very dated, because it looks like something out of the 90s. And
Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to what it can become, because like in your update this past week, Wade, you showed how Tomorrowland at Disneyland is looking absolutely fantastic. And I think this one out here is trying to match that, because you have one Tomorrowland that looks amazing and another one that looks kind of like old. you're definitely going to be leaning towards going to Disneyland over Disney World, or if you want to see that look. So that's what's going on right there. The next thing going on here at Magic Kingdom is that the tickets for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party are now on sale. This is very exciting. And wouldn't you know it, Halloween this year begins in August. Only Disney can make this happen. Only Disney can make Halloween happen. Is it 3 months before it's supposed to happen? But very special announcement. I asked beforehand, but for you lovely folks out there, Mr. Wade and I, we are going to be going to one of the very first Halloween parties together. And yes, we are going to be wearing our Argyle sweaters and taking our prom photos together.
We are.
We're going to be doing that.
He's going to hold me tight.
But yeah, we're going to do a whole vlog about it. It's going to look absolutely fantastic. We're going to share our experiences. So that way, when you folks want to come out and check it out, you will know firsthand what to experience. And we're going to eat our weight in candy. Wade, I will need a dentist after that night.
I'm sure you will. And yeah, when it comes to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, it's become such a hit year after year that they're starting it earlier and earlier. And now starting it, second week of August is really a stretch. But I know if you purchase tickets early enough, they're cheaper. And then as you go along through the season, it gets a little bit more expensive. It's definitely something that's worth doing. However, a lot of concerns in recent years about the crowd count sort of going up for each party. So not nearly as empty as it used to be. It used to be a real sell point that you could go to these parties, you paid an upcharge because you were there without all the rest of the people.
Yeah.
It was a big, big plus. And now it seems like more and more
Yeah.
that level keeps getting pushed up.
I went a couple years ago and it definitely felt packed.
Yeah.
Especially the food lines, like for the special treats.
Yeah.
There was like lines for like the pumpkin waffles at Sleepy Hollow, and we just like waited for too long and didn't actually end up buying them.
Yeah. No, I completely understand, and it's something that I've witnessed many a times at these Halloween parties. I've gone to several in the last few years, and every time I'm there, the lines per characters are astronomical.
Oh yeah, that too.
You're right. The specialty food, pretty nuts in terms of demand, and I get it. They're special for a reason. They're exclusive for a reason, but you're already paying a premium to experience this with less weight, and it doesn't seem like people are really getting that. So it'll be interesting to see once again this year, and I'll have Gared in tow to join me, so we will be experiencing it together like Step Brothers.
Yeah. Another thing, we're now going to transition over to Epcot because this past week, huge announcement was made. The flagship icon, the flagship attraction of Epcot, which is Spaceship Earth, is going to be going under refurbishment beginning in May 26th. And you might be wondering how long that's going to be. It's going to be 1.5 to 2 years. So it will not be done during the 50th anniversary here. But from that image, you can see there, this absolutely looks spectacular. They're going to be using a lot of fiber optics. They're going to be using new projection mapping and new storytelling elements to make Spaceship Earth that much more fantastic. And the theme of Spaceship Earth, well, is going to be similar in how communication for mankind has evolved. They are going to be doing it in a way that relates to Walt Disney in how storytelling has evolved over time, because Walt Disney, as we know, is one of the greatest storytellers we have ever had. He has made stories that were kind of dark, such as the Brothers Grimm stories, and has made them family-friendly and timeless tales, such as Cinderella, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, so on and so forth. So it's going to be the attraction is going to be a story about storytelling, and I cannot wait for it. That is probably one of my top attractions, just because it's relaxing, it's calm, and most people do not believe that the attraction is actually inside of Spaceship Earth. People think like, oh, go somewhere else. And I say to them, where does it go? It goes vertical. Where's
right.
Does it teleport? Like it's inside that sucker.
You're in that golf ball.
Like, people think that's a small. Yeah, it's bigger than it is on. It's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. Just like the genie's lamp. Just like the genie's lamp. It's not the
Just
outside.
like
the inside.
So
Yeah.
Spaceship Earth going away for a while, kind of crushing, especially when you recognize that is kind of the icon of the park.
Yeah, definitely. I'm glad I was able to ride it the last few times I've gone. I'm a new Disney World tourist.
Yeah.
So, like I'm going to go before the closing. So I'm going to definitely ride it one last time before the refurbishment.
Thank goodness. And Stephanie, you've never been to Walt Disney
I've
World.
never been to Orlando, period. So, I mean, every time I hear about refurbishments or remodels or expansions or just rides completely being removed and replaced, it just breaks my heart because I'm like, but I wanted to see that. But thank goodness for YouTube because they always have those ride-throughs,
Yeah.
and it's not the same experience,
Sure.
obviously,
Of course
but
not.
it's enough.
Yeah, you're
for
definitely going to
now.
be missing out on that classic Spaceship Earth, this most recent rendition, I guess I should say, because it's been transformed a couple of times in its history. But Gared, anything else happening in Walt Disney World we should know about?
Yes, final two things. We are now going to Disney's Hollywood Studios where beginning March 4th, they're going to be having a brand new theater called Mickey's Short Theater, and it is going to be doing little Mickey and Minnie cartoons like the new ones that they have. And the first one's going to be called Vacation Fun, where it's going to talk about like probably a fun situation that Mickey and Minnie have gotten to while on vacation. And it's also going to have little short clips from their other popular clips that you can see on Disney Channel in your Disney hotel room or on Disney Plus. So it's called Mickey Shorts Theater. I'm not sure if that, I'm sure it's a play on word because Mickey has some amazing shorts. They're the red with the yellow. You can't beat it. It's classic. And then they're going to have short little cartoons in there. So kudos to you, Disney, on doing a good play on word. Very nice job.
That's right.
But then probably the more important thing is that this upcoming Wednesday, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is going to be opening at Disney's Hollywood Studios. It is a brand new attraction, the first ever Mickey Mouse cartoon, and it is going to, and it has 2.5D technology. You might be wondering what the hell is that?
What is that?
Am I allowed to say that word?
You said it.
But 2.5D technology is, it has a 3D aspect to it, but is actually in 2 dimensions. So it's something the Imagineers created, and the Imagineers can do just about everything. Except keep boats from sinking.
Yeah, except for that.
But so, for example, from what I've seen from because I have cast member friends that's been doing the preview of it, they said how pretty much like there are screens, but then like the character will come out and reach out towards you, like they're actually going to touch you. So it's just I'm
Scandalous.
not really sure
It's goofy,
how I will be. I'm not really sure how. It's something you have to see to truly believe. But this upcoming Wednesday, I will be there for the grand opening with my buddy, and looking forward to that. I'm sure it's going to be fantastic, and I will do a Kingdom report card for that. I've been at every grand opening in Hollywood Studios in the past 6 months, so I'm going to keep up that trend and go to this bad boy.
You're going to nail it. I know it. And looking forward to seeing all of the really cool reports coming out of that new attraction. I know it has a lot of emphasis placed on it to be a trend-setting attraction, mainly because it is Mickey and Minnie's first real ride together. You looking forward to this?
Oh, definitely. I'm a big fan of the shorts. I'm obsessed. Like, I think that I was originally very, like, wary of watching them, but then I caught on to, like, some of the memes on Twitter of, like, what happened? And watched episodes, just binged through it. And they also play at the hotels, so you can't miss them. And I just love how just weird and like modern the episodes are. They almost feel like Looney Tunes in a way. Like it kind of throws back to that. Not that they're trying to emulate that, but that just it's offbeat.
It's the level of quirkiness, I feel like. Yeah, it's amazing. And I was also a little off put by the change because, I was raised with like Steamboat Willie and the 90s style. So for something like this, I was just staring at it like, are we going downhill? But no, we are not. We are advancing to another level that's more thought out. Like you have to think about the details, the small details in the animations. And I love it. So I'm excited. I want to go to Orlando, guys.
Plan your
Come
trip.
with me. I'm going to be there for a day.
A day.
Yeah, no, I'm planning on a detour to South by Southwest where it's going to cost me a little less to fly into Orlando. It's a really long detour, but I'm there. Red eye, get to Orlando 6 a.m, staying at the Grandestino Tower, which I'm so excited for. And then I leave for Austin at 11 p.m. the next day. So I have 2 full days that I can be at the parks. And I'm definitely hitting up Mickey's Runaway Railway and the Mickey Shorts Theater and Epcot. So
Well, put Stephanie in your luggage.
yes,
Right? I
get
can
in my
fit.
luggage.
I can fit.
It's time for her to see
check
the
me
world.
in.
Yes,
That's right. Not just the land, but the world.
the world.
Yeah, and it's
I
interesting
can show
the
you
Mickey's
the
short,
world.
the Mickey Short Theater. I heard that after you go into the theater, there's going to be photo opportunities of certain areas, and I'm just like, no way.
Yeah.
Like that's another level of immersing a guest into the art. Ugh,
High
magical.
expectations for this. I know that
magical.
more than anything, even Star Wars related. I've mentioned this a couple of times on the show. I'm more pumped about this than
Yeah.
anything Star Wars.
Yeah.
Mickey and Minnie, they deserve their own spectacular attraction. It's going to be great to finally have them and in the marquee building for a theme park too.
Yeah.
To be in the icon of a park, it makes it even more special. So
Yes.
this is going to be great. All right, well, that's the news in Walt Disney World for this week.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.